is Jess and welcome back to Little Miss Lorraine. Today I have a really exciting video to share with you. You may have seen a few of these popping up around YouTube and also social media and bloggers as well. But it's the reveal of the Little Red Dress project. So this was a collaboration that was initiated by Renata from Running and Style as a way to join the community together and to sew a little red dress for Christmas. So there are so many exciting people involved in this and I can't wait to see everyone's made. Today I'm going to talk you through the fabric that I chose, the pattern that I used, and also obviously show you the dress itself. You will have seen snippets of it at the beginning of this video. Before we jump into that, I have had some really bad hay fever lately, so I do sound a little bit funny and I may cough a little bit during the video, so I do apologise in advance. And I'm also sorry that I haven't had a video for the last couple of weeks. It's just been absolutely hectic at this time of year, as you can all imagine, and work has just been so busy and we're trying to get the house ready before we go away, so life is a little bit crazy, but I have some really exciting content for you in 2017, so I can't wait. So let's jump into the video. By the pattern I chose, I knew that I wanted to make a wrap dress. I'll try and insert a picture of the inspiration that I found here. If not, I'll link the blog post down below where I talk about it. I just really love wrap dresses. They're so in right now. I think they're so flattering and they're really comfortable to wear and they're actually really easy to make. So I'm definitely adding a few more of these to my wardrobe over the coming months. So the pattern I chose was the very easy Vogue V8896, which is a really gorgeous wrap dress. It's a misses pattern, and I made it in a size 8, which is actually a little bit big for me. I say this a lot in videos, but I used to be a 6, and now I'm kind of not a 6, but I'm not an 8, and it's hard because I'm really a 6 at the top, but maybe like a 7 to an 8 down the bottom, so it can be a little bit tricky with patterns to find one that fits me perfectly. But in regards to the pattern, this was really easy to sew. It's got 6 main pattern pieces and then the waistband, and it's a really easy construction, so it is a very easy Vogue pattern. And the reason I chose a very easy pattern, I've seen a lot of people previewed their makes and they have like really intricate, like amazing pattern choice and very involved patterns, which I think will be amazing. But for me personally, I didn't want to stress myself out with this project. I wanted to keep it really simple. Being December, I knew work was going to be busy, I knew life was going to be crazy, so I wanted to keep it really simple. And I'm really glad that I did. This was a very quick make. I actually made a black short version of this before I made this one, just to try the pattern out, and I will be showing you that in a December-y makes video, which won't be until next year. But I really love this pattern. Like I said, it's really easy to sew, really easy to put together. Some of the things that I would change next time, the top bit is a bit big for me, and I think it's because my natural waist sits quite high, so I found that with a few patterns where things need to sit at your natural waist, they are a bit low on me, so I will definitely be changing that, and I think that will make this less baggy here. It doesn't matter so much in a wrap dress because you can wrap it and it still looks fine, and I can manipulate the fabric so that it doesn't matter so much, but I obviously would like to get a perfectly fitting pattern, so I think next time I'll definitely shorten the top pattern pieces a little bit. And yeah, there's not a whole lot that I'd change actually on this. I really like it. You can do a sleeve variation, but I just don't really like the sleeves on this. I don't really like the sleeves that it comes with. I would probably do a flutter sleeve or something similar if I was going to put a sleeve in it, but to be honest, I really like the sleeveless look of this, and I think it's a really easy dress to style with like a jacket as well, so it'll be great for multiple seasons. So the pattern is really gorgeous. It features gathers along the shoulder seams, gathers to attach the front pieces to the skirt pieces, and really that's the most complicated thing that there is. There's nothing too fancy about this pattern. I love the way that it all comes together. So when you do the tie, the way you fold over the self-facings and the way that all works is really neat. I decided to do a blind hem on this because I ran out of red thread and I couldn't be bothered / didn't have time to go to Spotlight and get some more red. So I ended up doing a blind hem, which is not perfect. I'm still learning how to use the blind hem on my new machine, but it is pretty good, and you wouldn't know because it's such a drapey pattern. You wouldn't be able to tell. There's also one bit where it goes up slightly at the hem, and I'll explain why that is in a minute when I talk about the fabric, but because of the way it wraps and everything, you can't tell, and to me that's fine. I'm not really phased by it. Obviously next time I would like to do it properly, but you can't tell, so I'm completely fine with that. So in regards to fabric, I found it really hard to find fabric for this project. I really wanted to use the fabric that Lee from Cluelessly / Seamstress is using for hers, which is one she did in a giveaway not long ago. I absolutely love that fabric, but I couldn't get any more of it, and I couldn't find anything similar here that was like a red knit. So I did end up going for this fabric, which I actually really love now, and I'm so glad that I bought it. It is a organic knit from Birch Fabrics. It's in their Mod Basics collection, and it has these absolutely gorgeous red crosses on them, and it is in the colour Tomato, which is a really gorgeous red colour. They had sort of a more dusty pink red, which I didn't really like. And so this fabric really surprised me. It drapes a lot nicer than what I thought it would. I was a bit worried that it was going to be a bit stiff, being like a slightly thicker knit. But it actually works really well with this pattern. I'm so happy with it. The only problem with this fabric is it wasn't wide enough. So I had to manipulate the pattern pieces, and there are a few extra joins in the skirt which actually don't matter because the skirt is so flowy. So I think with a pattern like this you can definitely get away with a few more things because it is so flowy and drapey, and yeah, you can't really tell, and it doesn't bother me. So I doubt that anybody would really notice that there's an extra seam here or there. But earlier when I was talking about doing the blind hem and how the hem went up, I ran out of fabric, and so I had no choice but to cut it on a slant, which really annoyed me, but I actually couldn't find it anywhere. I don't think they have it at Spotlight anymore, and a couple of other places I couldn't find it either. But it wraps, that's the bit that wraps underneath, so you can't tell at all, and nobody would ever notice, so I'm not really fussed with it. But overall, I really love this fabric. I would definitely use it again for a top or a dress or something, just because it does look really nice. It gathered really nicely, it drapes really nicely, and overall it's a really beautiful fabric. In regards to construction of the garment, it was really easy. The first one I made out of the black crepe was a lot harder because if you've ever used crepe before, it's quite slippery and it's very stretchy, so you do have to be quite careful. This was much nicer to sew with just because it is more stable. And there are a few things I learned along the way, like double stitching, which is where you do the seam and then 6mm from the seam, within the seam allowance, you do another stitch line, and then you cut the fabric back to that stitch line. So it's really good for knits. It's a really good way to stabilize the seam line, and I really liked that as opposed to using like an overlocker or an overlocking stitch on your sewing machine. So that was one of the things I learned from this. And yeah, I would definitely make this pattern again. I have got plans. I saw a really gorgeous photo. I might do a blog post on this soon or try and insert it here for you, of this mustard yellow maxi dress with gorgeous white floral flowers on there, obviously floral flowers, and this really pretty lace trim like on the edges, and it looks so gorgeous, and I think that will be a really lovely sort of summer into autumn piece. So I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for some of that. I've been very spoiled this year for Christmas and for my birthday, and I've got quite a few Spotlight vouchers, so I'm definitely going to put them to good use. So yeah, I will certainly be making this pattern again, and you will see quite a few more of these. And red, I really like red, and I really like red on me, but then I realized I don't actually have any red in my wardrobe, so this is definitely a very welcome pop of red, and I think I'll try and be using red a little bit more. I just like the way that it looks with my darker hair and my sort of more olivey skin tone. So it's, yeah, definitely a colour I want to add more of into my wardrobe. And yeah, overall I'm so happy with this dress. I really want to wear it. The reason that and I've spoken about this before, the reason that I wanted to do a maxi dress as opposed to a shorter dress, and the reason why I didn't want to do it in just a plain red fabric was because we are going to be away for Christmas in the country visiting Kenneth's family, and it's a more laid back Christmas, and I'm not really a dressy kind of person either, so I knew that those things, as much as they are gorgeous, they're just not really me. So I knew the maxi dress would be perfect for it, although the temperature now is probably going to be about 36 or 37 on Christmas Day, which is really hot. So I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to be able to wear this or not, but hopefully I might just try and wear it in the morning and then change into probably my bathers after that. But yeah, that's why I wanted to do a maxi dress and not do it in a full red fabric. Ellie M, if you watch her channel, I'll link her down below. She made a gorgeous version of it in the red, like all red, and it looked amazing. But yeah, just that little bit too fancy for what I was going for. So overall, I'm really happy with this make, and I can't wait to wear it. So this will be my last video for 2016. I just want to take the opportunity to thank all of you for your support this year. Starting this channel has been a dream of mine for a little while now, and I never imagined that I would have so much support or have met so many people through this sewing journey. And it's taking me on this completely different sort of wavelength than what I thought I was going on, and I absolutely love it. I love you guys. You just always make my day when you comment on my videos or on my social media or when we connect. It's really lovely, and I've really loved being a part of this community. I cannot wait for 2017. There is some really amazing content I had planned, and the Sew My Style project starts in January, which is really exciting. I can't wait for that one to begin. So because of the Sew My Style project, I will be going back to doing a monthly sewing plans video, because I want to be able to show you my fabric choices for those projects as we go along. I really like the more seasonal planning videos, but I just think because of the project I need to go back to doing a monthly sort of makes videos. So look forward to those next year. I'm also going to be doing a few more like beginnery sewing things, and yeah, just a few more lookbooks and things like that, so I'm really excited about that. I've got Kenneth on board to help me. He's taken also some really gorgeous photos of me in this dress, which I'll pop up over on the blog for you to go look at, so I'll link that one down below as well. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe. Your support, I never imagined that I would get to 1,500 subscribers on this channel. It's absolutely amazing. So if you like my videos, please make sure you are subscribed. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and I will see you in January. Bye!